Good. Okay, boys and girls, we're going to read a story called A Camping Spree with Mr. McGee, and it's written and illustrated by Chris Van Dusen, okay? So if he wrote the words in the book, Michaela, what is he called? The author, correct. That's awesome. A Camping Spree with Mr. McGee. Early one morning at 7:03, Mr. McGee and his little dog Dee packed up the camper and hitched up the load, hopped in the Rambler, and then hit the road. They drove to the mountains far from the sea for 2 nights of camping, or possibly 3. So what's Mr. McGee doing?
I'm going camping.
He's going camping. Who's he going camping with?
His dog.
His dog, that's right. And Mr. McGee and his little dog, Dee. Those words sound the same. There's nothing like camping, said Mr. McGee. I know you will love it. Just you wait and see. The views are fantastic. There's hardly a sound. Aside from the wildlife, there's no one around. Do you know what wildlife is?
It's a polar bear with them.
Like polar bears and monkeys? That's right. It's animals that live out in the wild. Are there polar bears and monkeys in our backyard?
No.
Or in our forest? No. But what kinds of animals are there?
Alligators.
Okay, there might be alligators around here. What else?
Lion.
There are lions here in our yards or in our forests? No, they live like in the jungles in other countries. Let's see what we see. What kind of animals we see here. And the air is so sweet, you'll sleep like a log, said Mr. McGee to his small spotted dog. A few hours later, they took a sharp right and found a great spot to lay camp for the night. It was high on a hill with a beautiful view of Mount Adams, Mount Lincoln, and Jefferson, too.
I can see something.
You see the mountains in the view?
I love the fire.
Okay, yes, he's sitting around a campfire just like we are.
My mom made a campfire.
Your mama made a campfire? And there's trees because they're out. Are they in their backyard? No, they're out in the wild, okay? Out in the forest. But perhaps the most wonderful feature of all was the brook that ran over a steep waterfall. Okay?
Yeah, I can see there's something. You can see an ornament.
Have you got a question, Michaela?
Bears go in the night.
Bears come out in the night. We might see a bear. Let's see if we see one, okay? Let's listen to the story so we can find out. Dee gathered pine cones and branches and logs. McGee made a campfire and cooked some hot dogs. And as the sun set behind far distant knolls, they sat roasting marshmallows over the coals. The roasting marshmallows.
Probably the bear will get that marshmallow.
That's a good prediction, Jada. Let's find out.
The bear's going to snap it.
Let's see what happens. As the embers went out, they felt tired and dozy. So they climbed in their buck beds all comfy and cozy. But while they were falling asleep without care, along came a stumbling, bumbling bear. Care and bear sound the same. A kindly old bear whose sight wasn't so clear. He couldn't see far and he couldn't see near. But he could smell marshmallows, sticky and sweet. The smell made him hungry and he wanted a treat. That's right, sweet and treat.
He probably wanted a marshmallow.
He probably wanted a marshmallow. Let's see what happens
Or
next.
all of them.
He sniffed out the place where the marshmallows lay, but the car and the camper were in the bear's way. Yet that didn't stop the sneaky old snitch. He simply tried squeezing right under the hitch. And as he was shimmying into the gap...
And he was too big.
He was too big. What do you think's getting ready to happen?
They're going apart.
It's going to go apart?
Yeah.
Let's see. He pushed up the hitch, which let go with a snap.
Oh, yeah, I felt the car.
You think
And
the car might
too.
fall and they might wake up? Let's see.
Probably in the water.
You might be right. That's a good prediction. Now that the camper and car were untied, they started to roll down the rocky hillside. The car bounced away on the old log road while the camper was heading to where the stream flowed. It flew down the hill in a wild, bumpy ride with Dee and McGee sleeping soundly inside. You guys were right. It's heading to the water.
The car
went this way down the hill, and the camper went this way. Let's see what happens next. They were and snoozing, enjoying a dream, when splash went the camper right into the stream. Oh no, what could happen next? The splash shook the camper. They bumped out of bed. Now what in the world?
Probably get that marshmallow and eat
I think
it.
he did eat the marshmallows.
Probably him dog will wake up.
Yeah, they did just wake up. See, they said, now what in the world was that, McGee said. And when he looked out and saw where they were, his hair stood on end, and so did Dee's fur. How are they feeling?
Probably them hair will get
What kind of feeling is that?
screaming.
They're screaming because they're feeling what? Are they happy to be going down there?
No.
No. How do you think they're feeling?
Sad.
Sad, maybe, and a little
Mad.
scared. I think they're probably feeling scared. They were caught in the rapids, but that wasn't all.
I'm not scared at the waterfall.
But listen, they were headed smack dab for the big waterfall.
I fell down. I'm not scared at the waterfall.
I'm glad you're not scared, but look at them. They are feeling scared.
I'm
Dee
not
and
scared.
McGee most started to quiver, and faster they headed downriver. But just when they thought they'd fall over the edge.
Oh! A rock.
The rock, you think? You see that rock?
Yes.
Their camper got stuck on the rock on the ledge. So there they were, stranded, McGee and his pup, on the top of the waterfall, 50 feet up.
He clothes us not off anymore.
See, they're there. They're stuck. Now, how are they going to fix this problem?
And don't get the rock.
They're stuck on the rock. Meanwhile, that nearsighted bear from before was searching for one little marshmallow more. When lo and behold, as if out of a dream, he spied something sweet floating over the stream.
I see him ears in his nose.
But what the bear thought was a marshmallow treat was really the hitch and not something to eat. See the hitch in the camper? He thinks it's a marshmallow. Let's see what happens. Listen to ears. Let's listen, Jada. Here we go. The bear was determined to capture his prize, so he jumped in the water right up to his thighs. He splashed through the stream to the edge of the fall and snatched up the trailer hitch, camper and all. What happened?
The polar bear is happy now.
Is he a polar bear?
Yeah.
What color are polar bears?
White.
White. And polar bears live where it's cold. This is a black bear that live in some of our forests around here.
And running here. Get that.
Yeah, he's running because he thinks that's a marshmallow. Let's see what happens.
No.
Dee felt a tug. McGee heard a knot as the bear pulled the camper right off of the rock. He dragged them both all the way back to the bank when he realized the hitch was not sweet but quite rank. He spit out the hitch and left in dismay while McGee and Dee's camper again rolled away. It flew down the path with a jolt and a jar and stopped in some bushes right next to the car. Car and jar. There's lots of words that sound the same in this.
And it's back.
And it's back together. Car and jar. Right, Michaela. Do you know what kind of words those are that sound the same?
Car and jar.
Do you know what that's called? Have you ever heard of rhyming words?
No, a car and a jar.
See if you hear any more rhyming words while we're reading and find out what happens
They're
next.
going home now.
You think they're going home?
And a car.
Dog and log like earlier. That's right. Dee popped her head out. McGee looked out too. Had they really stopped rolling? Could it be true? At last things were quiet and peaceful and still. They hooked up the hitch and drove down the hill. And on the way home, McGee said to Dee, that trip wasn't quite like I thought it would be. So when they got home with the sky turning red, they decided to camp in the backyard instead. Is that a better idea for them, maybe?
Yeah.
They were having a rough time out there with that bear, huh? All right. Did you guys like that story? What kind of problem did they have in that story? Jada, what kind of problem did they have in that story? What happened? What went wrong?
Is there a block in here?
What went wrong, Michaela? Do you know?
The bear.
The bear came and
Snapped the thing.
snapped their trailer hitch, okay?
And they rolled down the mountain.
That's right. And then what helped them get back together, though?
The bear.
The bear helped it get back together.
And
Okay.
pulled it.
Mm-hmm.
It pulled this. He thought it was a marshmallow.
That's right.
The bear is my best friend.
He's your friend now because he was helpful, huh? Friends are helpful. Okay, what we're going to do next is we're going to do a rhyming activity. Since there was lots of words that sounded the same, lots of rhyming words, we're going to do an activity, okay? All right, thank you, Miss Stone. You can stop it.